Hey guys, Trey here, and today we are back for another Summoners War YouTube video, and today we're talking about Ancient Punisher and Punisher's Crypt. This is the same day of recording as Steel Fortress, but this is going to go up a day later because reasons. I wasn't really prepared for this at the time of recording Steel Fortress, so now I am, and I'm recording it. Basically, Ancient Punisher is immune to all types of attack bar reduction and will instantly get a turn if you try it. So this is a direct nerf to Lauren and Fran. So you're gonna want to avoid them unless you have a strategy that intentionally uses them, and I thought about using Lauren to activate the dots that Rika puts on so that they don't get cleansed by the left crystal. The left crystal will attack and then cleanse everything every time. So basically once he gets to 5 attacks, or 5 turns, she gets to 5 turns. Her attack numbers scale to her speed. So with speed debuff, she attacks once. With no speed debuff, she attacks twice. With a speed buff, she attacks 3 times. So you're going to want to keep a speed debuff on her at least at all times. Basically, if you get to 10th turn, you're pretty much dead because it increases the damage by 100%, and then at 20 it starts ignoring some defense, if not all defense. Anyway, also takes less damage according to attack speed, so you're even more of a reason you want an attack speed debuff. So I chose Rika. You don't have to. You can use anybody who does attack speed debuff. This can be Charlotte. Well, not Charlotte, but Manchura is my personal other pick. But anyways, you guys are going to see how I did this, and you might like it, you might not. But anyway, you want Vertihile to cycle turns. You want 2 heavy sustain, which I picked Abilio and Nikki. Obviously, you don't have to have a Nikki or an Abilio. You can use 2 heavy sustain of whatever you want. You can use Chasoon is a good idea. I've used Eladriel, but he doesn't work out as well unless he's super tanky. You can use pretty much any sustain you have as long as they don't have an attack bar reduction. So that takes Fran out. So I'm running those 2, and then my chosen attack speed debuffer slash, it's a bonus that she adds on dots, but she doesn't have to. You could have, someone who heals and breaks attack speed, so you could do that too. But anyway, this is my team, and this is how I'm going to do it. Vertihile is mandatory. 2 sustainers of any kind. Don't even have to cleanse, but it's a good idea if they do. A speed breaker slash support in another way, which happens to help clear waves. Rika's great if you have her. If you don't, then use Manchura or something like it. And lastly, either Wind or Fire String Master. I prefer Wind personally. You may prefer Fire because she does help sustain. But Wind has an auto-activated skill, so she doesn't even need to get a turn. Which she will get turns because of Vertihile, and there is a specific reason you want to get turns. It's because she does have downtime with her Melody of Resentment, and if she has downtime, you need to cycle through the downtime as much as possible. And the Punisher's turns come pretty instantly, so you really don't have to worry about your Vertihile affecting how many turns it cycles on you. That being said, eventually, part of your team is going to die, and I realize she is 5-star, not even 5-star max level on leftover runes, and she survives fine. I just did triple HP with HP and defense subs, and whatever runes basically, honestly. I mean, Nikki died, so I might lose this run. That's okay. My main point is to show that I have a semi-consistent team, that it does take a while, but it is a semi-consistent team, and um, it works pretty well. It this is mainly for people who struggle in Punisher's Crypt. It's not for people who have a speed team down. This is just a easy to make team. You can use any two sustainers, Vertihile, an attack speed break, and a wind string master or fire string master, which you should have. If you got the water one, I think you can still use her, but you'll have to have more damage because she won't be the one doing the damage, if that makes sense. But she's also good for it. If you maybe wanted to make a team with fire and wind, or fire, wind, and water, that could work out, you know. So, things to talk about, things to consider. Abelio also buffs attack bar. And, Punisher's going to end up killing himself because he does attack bar pushback. And, if he attack bar pushbacks her, then that's what she wants when she's got her song rolling. So, see, those were the 3 attacks I was talking about. Anyway, Melody of Resentment comes out. She also takes 30% less damage whenever she's in that state, so it's pretty good. And then you've got your other monsters who are faster so that they attack and make sure to fill up Punisher's attack bar. So, you want to fill up the attack bar. See, one of my sustainers died and still lived because my Abilio was strong enough at sustaining. So, as long as you have enough health on your String Master, and enough sustain on your other 2, and enough health and defense for them to live, and enough health on your Vertihile for him to live, then it's basically free real estate. And I realized that it would have taken a lot longer without Rika. However, I have Rika, so I prefer to use her. Rika is, I'm not going to say a crutch, but, Melia works for her in most places. This is not one of them. Manchura provides a little bit of dots, which my Rika does not have the accuracy to be doing this, because, the accuracy cap went up, and I still haven't changed her runes because she's on a decently fast despair set. I'm not talking super fast. She's like 225 or something. So, that's not super fast, but it's something. And I'd rather not have to rerune her for this, because I mainly use her for TOA and TOA hard. But anyway, like I said, this mid-boss does take a while if you don't have a dedicated way to get rid of him. Violent helps on your sustainers in case they don't sustain like they're supposed to, which they should. Just pick ones with good AI. You can use Colleen if you want to try to land glancing. That helps too. Wait, Colleen doesn't glance, I'm sorry. Colleen attack breaks. Colleen helps. If you attack break, it helps. It doesn't scale 100% from speed. It does scale mostly from it though. So Colleen is somebody to consider if you can have her fully skilled up and, she sustains enough, which she should, as one of your sustainers. And then you need somebody who is heavy sustain, like, I don't know, I chose Abilio. I don't really have any ideas for who else you could pick other than Chasun, because she does have 2 sustain skills and glancing, so, more free-to-play options, which I'm free-to-play like 99% on this account. Chasun and Colleen. And then there's an attack buff in there too. But like I said, does take less damage, does take a lot less damage according to speed, so you need to also consider dealing with her speed buff and adding on a speed debuff if you want to maximize your damage for a speed team. That being said, I really don't plan on using a speed team for a while, because I'm just as happy setting my phone down and walking away for a little bit, because, but Melody of Resentment, boss just kills itself. And if you wanted to, you could theoretically turn this into a speed team if you added in like maybe a Lauren or somebody else like that, to where they can actively attack bar pushback in order to yeah, so this might kill me. I'm not 100% sure. It's just because I never, for some reason, Rika never landed any dots or attack bar pushback, and that's fine. You will lose some with this team, uh, with my team personally, just because I don't have the health on my string master that I need, and I don't have the health on Nikki that I need for her to survive. But I'm looking at replacing her with Chasoon very shortly, because Chasoon will give me the health I need to survive. But other than that, this team is a very raw team. I haven't refined it very much, but it's worked for me. It's got a decent success rate, and I would personally consider it as one of your options if you are lacking in monsters to deal with this, because it's basically a team built around one monster, and that's not good, because if that monster dies, then you're kind of screwed. But so basically your idea is just to keep the string master alive as long as possible. And I personally thought it was a pretty interesting off-meta idea, considering the nature of my channel. Also, food for thought: a tightly speed-tuned Tatu with your Rika or any other damage over time will also absolutely destroy this boss. As long as you can keep Rika and your Tatu alive, or whatever daughter you choose, and Tatu alive, it will absolutely destroy them. And obviously, you don't have to build the team around the string master. You can supplement the string master with the team, and it will work just fine. But supplement the team with the string master. I said it backwards. Because a string master is a support mainly, and they're not meant to be the main unit of the entire team. It's kind of stupid for me to even consider this, but honestly, someone mentioned a string master, uh, the water or fire string master for this as a support, and I was like, ooh, what if I built a team around that? That might just be the secret sauce to this whole shebang. And obviously, it's it's not bad. It's actually pretty okay. It's not 100%, but I'll take it. It's better than 0%, which is what I did have before I built this. And given this comp that I just made, this is like less than probably 30 minutes old for me. Just because I've been farming Steel Fortress and spending a lot of time with that, and with Necro Floor 12. I've been spending a lot of time with that too. Just because of the runes it drops and the mana. I've been low on mana ever since I got into this update, honestly. So, yeah. Nikki dies, that's okay. Skill 2 is designed to kill a monster, pretty much. It's not super hard to survive it if they attack an HP monster, but because Nikki is dark, it's not going to be too great for that. But sometimes the crystals will die before the Punisher, depending on if you land your speed debuff or not. And once the crystals are dead and you have at least one sustainer and your string master still alive, it's over. Especially if Rika lives too, or whatever daughter you pick. But in this video, this team is 2 out of 3. I might not. Okay, yeah, I can speak now. This team is 2 out of 3. So we'll say 66%, go up to 75%, because I, I personally, out of my runs, I calculated 80%, which is not good. It's very inconsistent, but it's what I have right this moment, and this is just a temporary team that I can throw together until some rankings come out or something like that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that this was a little bit, might, you know, stimulate some ideas, inspire some people to come up with comps of their own. But this is my comp, and this is how I personally chose to do it. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.